gate, Combs. They were 3-0. They were a 1-minute wonder there, but now they have dropped 3-2 on the season, losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers here on Sunday, Week 5 NFL action. Combs, were the Denver Broncos the worst 3-0 team that we have ever seen?
No, I mean, I'm not going to go there. They're, first of all, they lost their starting quarterback. So, I mean, that's a huge blow. And especially when Drew Lock is your backup. It's a huge blow. I'm not going to say they were the worst 3-0 team ever. I think that the Bears were a pretty bad 3-0 team that we saw last year. There's been other 3-0 teams that we've seen.
Steelers.
Hell, I don't even think they're the Steelers. I don't think they're the worst 3-0 team that there was this year. I think that might actually be Carolina. So, they've got a tough, and I knew this was a tough stretch. I said this was going to be a tough stretch. This was going to be the telltale. They needed to go 3-3 in this stretch to prove to me that they were a for real team and that they weren't just all smoke and mirrors. I didn't believe in them before this little stretch. And they're not doing much to prove me wrong in this little stretch. They've got the Raiders this week, a very winnable game, a game that they should win, but they're also going to get a very angry Raiders team that's lost 2 in a row. And then they get the Browns. That's going to be a tough game. And then you got the Washington, not Redskins anymore, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Philadelphia Eagles before you get the Chargers and Chiefs. It's like, I don't know. It's just not looking good for the Denver Broncos. They need to get if they get Teddy Bridgewater back, you might get a more accurate read.
Well,
but right now without Teddy Bridgewater, it's tough.
Teddy Bridgewater is back. He did play last week versus the Steelers, and he actually led some last second drives to pull them closer.
Did he play in this game?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Oh,
yeah,
God.
He
That's even worse.
he cleared concussion protocol like Wednesday, I think, of last week. But when you look at the Denver Broncos here, they are a really good team at home. But when they travel, they are meh. Right, they're like the Kansas City Chiefs defense. They forget to show up for 3/4 of the season, and then the last quarter, bada bing, bada boom. They're where'd this Broncos team come from, right? But also on the flip side of that coin, the Denver Broncos defense is kind of injured. Chubb is out again, which I don't think I've ever seen Von Miller and Chubb on the same field at the same time for the Denver Broncos ever. I mean, if
That's
they can
tough.
get their defense right, they will be fine moving forward. Just because the Kansas City Chiefs are struggling right now, and there are 3 wildcard teams, and they could all possibly make it out of the AFC West, just because the AFC is so loaded and they beat each other down game after game.